would you rather offend your girl and deal with it, or not offend your girl and have to cut her a check for 10 million or 10 billion? You don't know any better. You're with a hot chick and you love each other. You're 23, 24. They took each other's virginity, allegedly. And like, you don't know any better. And for the men out there, it's, you might be in that situation, but you always have to understand. You probably have the numbers out. You said 78% of the times the divorce are initiated by women,
yeah,
right? And then it goes up to like
80.
it goes up to like 90% when they're college educated. I've interviewed like the lead attorney. Have you ever done anything with him? Great guy. But
For who?
His name is the lead attorney.
No, I haven't.
He does stuff with Pearl. Anyway, shout out to him. But speaking from experience, I got, when I was briefly engaged, briefly married, a postnup. So people don't know. People think that you only get a prenup. You can get a postnup where it's like, listen, I'm about to make a bunch of money. This is literally what happened to me. I'm about to make a bunch of money. You know, we kind of had this like quick, you know.
Non-contested divorce.
Yeah. Well, no, quick marriage
Okay.
to kind of, I don't want to put my shit out there, but we got married very quickly for certain reasons. And I was about to make a ton of money and come into a good amount of money. And I said, before we go any further in this relationship, I'm going to need you to sign this postnup. She goes, okay, whatever you want, baby. And that protected me from whatever the future would hold. Because I said, God forbid that I start making some real money and I become partner at Valuetainment and I start this $100 billion media company and things going on. Now the chick that I'm with is now just entitled to half. And it's like, these are the difficult conversations you don't necessarily want to have as a guy. And a girl definitely is going to feel offended. But would you rather offend your girl and deal with it, or not offend your girl and have to cut her a check for 10 million or 10 billion, or in the case of Mackenzie Scott Bezos, $30 billion, and she's the richest woman on the planet? So it's like, if you're going to be a high value, high success man, like, you have to plan accordingly.
Yes.
You have to. Because women's, you know, the rational male, let's use Rolo as an example, men tend to be more rational and women tend to be more emotional. How do I know that? Well, women can give birth and create life in their fucking body. That has to have some, right, portion of emotions and hormones.
And then they're willing to die for the thing that came out of them. Yeah. And they put that thing that came out of them as a priority over anything else, which is why the species now has 8 billion people. That's
there you
correct.
go.
That's correct. Yeah.
Much love to the women out there.
Exactly.
But they go through hormones and periods, and women menstruate, and they go all through, like, when, you know, I don't think this is even that controversial. When women are having their period, they get super moody, super emotional, crazy sometimes. And they're like, all of a sudden, 7 days later, they're back to normal.
Uh-huh.
But if you just, you know, extrapolate that over time, they're going to be way more emotional in a relationship. And, you know, how often do you wake up and you had a dream and you accuse your girlfriend of cheating on you?
I know, that's happened.
Never.
She woke up.
Never. But a girl will wake up.
Kylie woke up and started hitting me one time. Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought something bad happened to you.
Yes.
I'm here.
It's like I'm sleeping next to you.
Yeah.
But women are emotional creatures. Much love to them. So you can't have your entire finances and your legacy tied to their emotional whims of how they're feeling that week or that month or that year.
I also think it shapes their emotional whims because they understand what's at stake. You understand what I'm saying? The prenup will say, if you make it to 10 years and we have 2 kids, you get half. A lot of prenups will say that. Right? That's a common one I've seen. But if we break up at 2 years, then you don't get half. I've seen that one before, like your willingness to stay in the marriage. The reason why they're written that way is because the majority of divorces are initiated by women.